And then, in the indictment, they didn't name one single victims. And we have been saying this on live stream. And guess what? Just 3 days or 4 days ago, the Wall Street Journal published, the legacy media, come back to the media that bought out by the CCP. The Wall Street Journal published an article written by a Chinese journalist that his name is called Sha Hua or Hua Sha, I can't remember, but go look at that report. So he listed out 4 victims, okay? And we will review every single one of them. But everything they said on this newspaper are false. Okay, and I can tell you which one real investor, he since fled China last year, November 2022. And he and his family, his kids, successfully fled to United States. And he has come out since telling us on live stream. And he said, I was the first time that the police came to me and interrogated me, the Chinese, he was talking about his experience back in China, communist China. He said, I was interrogated by the secret Chinese police the first time on October 23rd, 2020. Okay, so and then the timing is important because remember, Alpha, you're quite astute on the dates and timing. Remember, the SEC issued a public statement and they started seize and the fund for the investment in August 2020. Okay, so SEC started to seize the money in August 2020. Actually, Wall Street Journal made a report on that. You can actually still find it. It's August 2020. I can share with you these articles too. They reported that. So they started seize that. And then in October 23rd, this person was visited by secret police. So and let me finish the story. You can connect the dots together. So he then told us this year, 2023 January. He said, I was interrogated. I was harassed multiple times. My wife was harassed. They came to my wife's workplace. They came to my kids' school. I was interrogated, threatened, and tortured, basically. They lock him up. They don't allow him to eat. And then they force him to basically file a complaint on SEC on the website. Okay, and his English is not the best, So the CCP secret police locked him up in a hotel room, and then asked him to watch the online tutorial video, an English tutorial video, how to file an SEC complaint. So he had to follow, every single thing they said, and only after he completed all the false complaint and also wrote a complaint to the Wall Street Journal. So the CCP police not only asked him to file the false complaint with SEC in October 23rd, 3 months after the SEC start looking at seizing the funds, they also asked this person to write a letter to newspapers. Listen to what the New York Times and Wall Street Journal, and to say that he was deceived by Miles Guo. He made a complaint to SEC. So this is what the CCP police forced him to do. Only after he complied with all the requests from the secret police, he was let go of that hotel. And that was 1 o'clock in the morning. That was 1 a.m. in the morning. He was let to go home. And guess what? So now the timing becomes really, really interesting. So that tells you when SEC start looking and seizing this investment, that GTV investment, they do not have anything. They do not have witnesses. They're actually prepare a case. So they're looking for victims. And how they look for victims? They force people to file false report. And since then, this person has successfully escaped, and we're willing to testify in Congress if you subpoena. If the court, wants to look into investigate on this, we're willing to testify. We have a lot more of those people. Okay?